Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chesterton's Jest, where we keep a critical eye on faith and culture, especially within the Catholic Church today. In an age where even church teachings seem to be shifting, we're here to explore and question the ideas and changes that challenge timeless truths. Through thought-provoking, often humorous perspectives, we aim to bring clarity to conversations others might avoid, holding fast to orthodoxy with the courage to question what feels off track. If you would like to join us as we dig deeper into the faith with reverence, wit, and a touch of Chestertonian insight, you can support this channel by gently pressing the like, share, and subscribe buttons in that order, and we thank you for your support. And now, without further ado, the crossroads of faith and freedom, Trump, the Church, and the call to action. Chapter 1. A Tale of Two Crossroads, America and the Church in Turmoil. There comes a time in every civilization when the people, weary of sanctimonious lectures and endless abstractions, rise up and declare, enough. Donald Trump's sweeping victory over Kamala Harris is one such moment, and it speaks volumes about the American electorate's growing exasperation with progressive overreach. The real story here is not just a political shift, but an awakening, a rediscovery of common sense in a world increasingly allergic to it. The parallels between Trump's triumph and the ongoing chaos in Rome under Pope Francis are striking. Both stories reveal a deep thirst for clarity amidst confusion, a hunger for foundational truths in a world intoxicated by novelty. While the Church's faithful grapple with synodal experiments that feel more like a theological game of Twister, Americans have opted for the simpler strategy of pulling the lever for sanity. Chapter 2. The Revolt of the Common Man. Trump's victory isn't merely a political event, it's a cultural earthquake. For years, the self-appointed guardians of progress have spoken of equity and inclusion in tones that suggest they're performing brain surgery on the human soul. Meanwhile, they've neglected the simple, earthy needs of everyday people, like decent jobs, safe neighborhoods, and the ability to barbecue without moral judgment. Kamala Harris's defeat reflects a rejection of this condescension. Her campaign's obsession with identity politics and social engineering seemed tone-deaf to voters struggling with inflation, crime, and a sense that their cultural heritage was being mocked by the very elites who claim to represent them. Trump, with his brazen lack of polish and relentless focus on sovereignty, represented a kind of everyman's champion, or at least an everyman's bulldozer. This revolt of the common man should not be underestimated. It signals a profound discontent with the ideological projects of modernity and a yearning for a return to the tangible and the true. Chapter 3. Rome and Washington, strange bedfellows. If Washington has swung the pendulum back toward tradition, Rome seems determined to swing it into uncharted territory. Pope Francis's synodal escapades have left many Catholics scratching their heads and wondering if the Church's GPS is malfunctioning. Ambiguity has become the order of the day, with doctrinal clarity often sacrificed on the altar of dialogue. Yet, even as the Vatican experiments with theology by committee, the bedrock truths of the Church endure. The faithful, like the American electorate, are learning that renewal often comes from below. Just as Trump supporters bypass the punditry to reclaim their nation's trajectory, lay Catholics are quietly but resolutely holding fast to orthodoxy, ensuring that the deposit of faith is not lost in the haze of modernist rhetoric. Chapter 4. The Promise of Renewal. Trump's presidency offers the possibility of a cultural renaissance, a chance to reclaim values that have been trampled underfoot by decades of relativism. His commitment to religious liberty, the sanctity of life, and the dignity of work provides a framework for restoring the moral fabric of the nation. But this renewal isn't just about policy. It's about rediscovering the virtues of simplicity and tradition. Americans are realizing that the same bureaucrats who want to regulate their light bulbs have no business telling them how to raise their children. This rediscovery of subsidiarity, the principle that governance belongs closest to the people, mirrors the Catholic understanding of community. Families, not federal agencies, are the heart of society, and Trump's focus on sovereignty reflects this enduring truth. Chapter 5. The Road Ahead. Clarity or Chaos? Both America and the Church stand at crossroads, facing choices that will shape their futures. For America, Trump's second term could be an opportunity to solidify gains, reverse cultural decay, and rebuild a sense of shared purpose. For the Church, the faithful must resist the temptation to despair and instead redouble their commitment to the unchanging truths of the gospel. History reminds us that moments of crisis often yield unexpected heroes. Whether it's a brash real estate mogul turning the political world on its head or lay Catholics quietly preserving orthodoxy, renewal comes from those willing to defy the status quo. In the end, the lesson is the same. Truth and tradition are not relics of the past, but the keys to the future. Chapter 6. A Hopeful Vision. Despite the chaos in Rome and the challenges facing America, there is reason for hope. Both church and nation possess deep reserves of wisdom and strength, drawn from their respective traditions. The current upheaval may be unsettling, but it is also an opportunity to return to first principles and build anew. If Americans and Catholics alike embrace this moment as a call to action, they can chart a course that restores faith, strengthens families, and reaffirms the dignity of every person. It will not be easy, but then again, nothing worthwhile ever is. The storms of today may yet give way to a brighter tomorrow, where both church and nation stand as beacons of truth and justice in a world desperate for both. If you like this video diatribe and found it informative and entertaining, please support us with a like and a share. It helps the algorithm. And please head on over to chestertonsjess.com and check out our collection of graphic t-shirts that illuminate and reflect our wonderful Catholic faith. At Chesterton's Jest, we believe there's no better way to express your unwavering faith than with a little wit and humour. Because, as G.K. Chesterton said, angels can fly because they take themselves lightly. Thanks for listening. God bless you, and may the good Lord be praised.